Good morning, warriors. How are you? Yes. Please join me in the pledge to the Bible. I pledge allegiance to the Bible, God's holy word. I will make it a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path. I will hide its words in my heart that I might not sin against God. Join me in the pledge to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Well, today's a special morning time, as last week we got a chance to celebrate our teachers through Teacher Appreciation Week. Today we're going to give them one last Teacher Appreciation Hurrah. What I'm going to ask is I'm going to ask all the teachers and staff to come up here and join me on stage. And here's where I need your help. When I call your teacher's name, I want you to give them a big cheer. Now, anytime that we do this, it's tempting to just be loud and to scream. That's not really what we want. When we cheer on someone, we want to give them a good hearty applause and a good hearty, yell. But screaming and just being loud for the sake of being loud is not honoring. So we want a good hearty cheer for your teachers, as we want to give them one last big thank you for all that they do. So teachers and staff, if you could please join me up on stage. When I call your name, you can just kind of step forward and give a wave. And if that's your teacher, or even if it's not, give them a big, hearty warrior cheer for all the work that they do. Well, I'm going to start with somebody who is super important. All right, students, it's important that you listen to the names. I'm going to start with someone who's super important. She's so helpful to all of us. Our first person recognized is Mrs. Bunce. Our early childhood director is Mrs. Prothrow. And our awesome pre-K teachers, Ms. Davila, Ms. Hodgkin, Ms. Lemos, Ms. McGeehee, and then our pre-K aides, Ms. Cortez, Ms. McLean, Ms. Sanchez, and our other Ms. Sanchez. Dot. They're both here? No? Okay. All right. I think special ed's here. Okay. Our super helper in first grade, Mrs. Morales. Mrs. Stapper's not here, is she? No? Okay. All right. And kindergarten, Mrs. Hess. Our other kindergarten teacher, Mrs. Lohan. First grade, Mrs. Jenkins. First grade, Miss Hall. Second grade, Mrs. Easter. Second grade, Mrs. Perez. Third grade, Mrs. Blackshear. Third grade, Miss Watson. Fourth grade, Mrs. Liebig. Fourth grade, Mrs. Teifke. Fifth grade, Miss Carlisle. Fifth grade, Mrs. Copeland. Sixth grade, Mrs. Garcia. And one of our music teachers, Miss Domajo, Miss Angel Domajo. Let's see. And our awesome recess aide and aftercare person, Mr. Olvera. And in the gym, Coach Harper. And our awesome athletic director, Mrs. Dempsey. Our art teacher, Miss Domajo. Oh, how can I forget? All right, and then the people that work super hard, we know that they just do a lot of stuff that we don't see but behind the scenes, so we need a big, hearty cheer for for Miss Natalie and Mr. Medina. And then Mrs. Fox, our music teacher. Our fifth on up Latin teacher, Mrs. Sigler. Our Dean of Students, Mrs. Floyd. Oh, she's up here somewhere. Did I get everyone? Okay. All right. One last big cheer for all our teachers and staff and everything. Yes. All right. Thank you, everyone. Please have a seat. We love our teachers and staff so much. All that they do for us make this school such a great place to be a part of. And you know, one of the things that makes their day, especially on a Monday, is to come in, obey, work hard, and finish this week off, or start and finish this week off so well. There's a lot to do this week, a lot of exciting things that went on last week, a lot of things to do this week. We have Evening of the Arts coming up, but one thing that would really bless your day, bless your neighbor's day, and bless your teacher's day is to do your work. All right, well, it's in closing, we are going to have a great, great Monday. We love our teachers and show the love to your teachers by doing your work as unto the Lord. The Lord be with you.